on issues to do with trade, as we have said earlier on, that just this week alone, the NSE has traded over 220 billion, Kenya shillings. And so therefore, the economy is robust, growing. If you look at the outlook of what was passed by cabinet, we are supposed to grow as a nation, the 4.7 trillion budget, over 5% economic growth. Kenya remains to be the #1 destination for all, startup capital and investment. Our private sector has grown from a -2 to 3. We are doing extremely well when it comes to the economy. And now that we are releasing over 255 billion of verified pending bills, there will be money circulating in the economy. And our, foreign reserves is at 2.3 billion US dollars, an all-time high. We recommend 4 months, but actually at 5.3. And the government, led by His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, is very keen to ensure that our youth get up to 2 million shillings. 2 million shillings at less than 10% interest, single digit, so that they can get these soft loans to complement, that acceleration. So you have money you can get from Hustler Fund, you can get money from Nyota, and now you can even get money from the Youth Fund, which also is giving out money to those who are going to seek jobs abroad, and then they pay upon, getting the jobs. So you can see the deliberate effort to ensure that our young people are integrated into the economy. And so therefore, the government reaffirms its unwavering commitment to advancing intra-African trade and economic integration as key drivers of the continental prosperity and self-reliance through Africa Free Continental Trade Area, which we like to call AFCOFTA. And you even saw His Excellency the President, meeting various presidents in Africa, like Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia, to see how is it that we can work, because they have a bumper harvest there. How do we work together with them? How do they also get what we have? That kind of thing, because Africans must trade with Africans. That's the only way this Africa is going to stand up. We must be pragmatic. That is why we are calling for Afro-pragmatism. It's not a question of just mimicking and romanticizing with Pan-Africanism. We've got to take the best from whoever is offering what within the global ecosystem. That way, that is why our foreign policy has always been that we are looking forward, not west or east, but forward. So Africa will rise when it's able to integrate its 1.5 billion people together. And because we are in a knowledge economy, we are able now to spur economic development based on what we know about ourselves, espousing the spirit of Ubuntu, because we say I am because we are not purely an individual contractual society that sometimes superimposes some legal codes that are an antithesis to our very own progress. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. As Kenya participates in the 39th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly of the Heads of States in Addis Ababa, that has just concluded, the country remains focused on harnessing trade opportunities to promote sustainable growth, job creation, and regional stability. Looking ahead, Kenya will host the East African Business and Investment Summit on February 24th and 25th at the Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi, bringing together policymakers and business leaders to strengthen regional trade ties and advance the East African economic agenda. These efforts build on Kenya's 2026 diplomatic brief, which prioritizes economic diplomacy, diaspora engagement, and strategic global partnerships to position Kenya as a premier trade and investment hub on the continent. The government encourages Kenyan businesses, exporters, and investors to take full advantages of these platforms to expand markets and unlock new growth opportunities through sustained collaboration and regional solidarity. Kenya remains firmly positioned to advance Agenda 2063 vision of a united and prosperous Africa.